This is the story of two brothers, Mitch Eveleigh and Mike Eveleigh. Mitch lives in a nice neighborhood known as Mayfair Village. Mitch likes life. The only thing about life he would change if he could is that he would be thinner and in better shape. We are now approaching Mike Eveleigh's house. Mike, too, likes life, and fortunately, life doesn't seem that crazy to him. As you can see, Mike, too, wishes he was in better shape. Our story begins in Oklahoma City. The Eveleigh twins were not your ordinary brothers. They were twins, and not your ordinary twins either. They contained a drive that other kids they knew didn't have.
Mitch and Mike they're very smart, and in their competitive nature, if they had the same information and they didn't come to the same conclusions, they would fight about it.
They're good friends, really good friends, and they talk every day. They're also twins, so I think that it makes them closer, but they're also, brothers, so they do fight too.
They were fighters. When one wanted something, they worked until they had it.
As I recall, Mitch actually started juggling first, and then Mike started juggling. Mike really went after it. It was just something Mitch liked to do. Mike, at one point, he was considering pursuing that as a vocation.
Auditioning for The Biggest Loser is no different.
We've had our ups and downs in our life, but we're there for each other. And if with Mitch in it, I can do it. I have a lot of confidence in my ability to do it, mainly because I'm going to work at least as hard as he is, and maybe then some. I'm not competing with anyone else. I'm competing with my brother, but he's my driving force.
He's gotten to the point where he's having some of the same issues I have, and realized that there's no one I'd rather do this with, and no one that needs to do it as much as him and I need to do it. So doing it together, I think, is what's going to make us successful.
Yes, the Eveleigh twins do have that drive, that hunger for competition. But how did we get to this point?
My dad, growing up, drank nothing but Pepsi. Nothing. And he always had a ton of it in the house. It was off limits for all of us kids. The 6 of us kids would have to share one thing of pop for the whole month, where, he would drink a case a day. And I think now it's just, I'll have a pop whenever the hell I want to have a pop.
Our family's got all kinds of issues. One of them being, food equals love. And if you had a problem, make me a sandwich. Here's some breakfast. Food makes everything better.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Yeah, there will be an answer. Let it be.
So if food makes everything better, why are the Eveleigh twins trying to lose weight?
Health, family. I'm tired of being the fat guy, trying to chase after my 4-year-old daughter and having no energy.
My mom actually died as a direct result of her weight. She went into the hospital for surgery, and prognosis was good, and they caught everything, but she never was able to get up and move around after that surgery, and she ended up dying in the hospital, never getting out because of her weight.
Mario really had a stroke when he was 35, partly because of his weight. So there's a history in my family of, dying if you're not healthy.
I'm not going to be young forever, and it is going to have an impact. I thought that I would get a handle on it, but I've yo-yo dieted since then. Nothing's really ever worked for me. But when I stopped being able to be as physically active as I wanted to be, I knew that I needed to do it.
And I feel bad. Mitch has been heavier a lot longer than I have. If I can help him get that extra, push to get him past not just being, where you want to be, but maybe being towards where you used to be, I feel really good about that, because I had something to do with getting to this point,
start getting more and more health issues. Another 4 or 5 years is going to be harder, if not impossible, to do what we want to do. And, Mike in the last 2 years has just caught up to where I am. And so now it's like, okay, hey, we can do this together. Because I don't know that I can do it on my own. I've tried to do it on my own. Even as much as riding my bike, 150 miles on a weekend over and over again, stuff like that, has not done a dent in my weight. But going with Mike and, pushing each other, it's the best time, the best opportunity we got to do this. I need it. I think I can help my brother. I think he can help me. And I think you guys will be very entertained if you really see us in full-blown mode. Plus, I need the miles. I'm 44. I want to live another 44 years.
Will Mike lose any weight? Will Mitch ride 150 miles for charity again? Will the Eveleigh twins go on to win Season 10 of The Biggest Loser? All these answers and many more will be answered on Season 10 of The Biggest Loser.
All the idiots on cops, they throw a fit, they, fit on the cops, they do all sorts of stuff, but they don't blow out their face. That's because they signed a waiver. If you let yourself be seen on cops, well, I'm going to be seen on the evening news anyway. Yeah, might as well sign it.
Peanut butter.
Why? I told you I knew it. I knew it. How awful.